Hello, ladies and gents. We have, of course, more authentic Madden 21 news. Yes, they have updated franchise mode. Thank God. They finally updated Madden 20's. Madden 21. Obviously, two different games. Obviously, polar opposites because Lamar Jackson's on the cover and their scoreboard different. They still keep a clunky, forgettable franchise mode that's going to be sort of adding more stuff that you should obviously put in a franchise mode. Still, 2K beats that out the water. Ultimate Team, that's literally EA's entire budget. And of course, that's literally what they make. And of course, what is a franchise mode? We have that. That's literally it. They put additional X factors, extended wildcard, even though that's centralized update. You are a simulator. You're supposed to go over what's currently on the NFL part of things. You're doing something that should be expected. Upgraded rookie contracts to be more authentic to actual draft rookie contracts. You're just given the rookies contracts intel. I don't know how is that bad. Return of every position available abilities for better consider consider in-game effectiveness and ability and archetype authenticity. Also, second ability unlocks the most positions on 85 overall. It was 80. I guess it's supposed to make it harder to grind, even though people already simulate some of the gameplay that makes inverted practices completely worthless because you can just sim. It's worthless. Fix multiple cases of logic in players considering the devs traced upgrade to end the season to check for current. Why don't you extend the considerable seasons? We still go up to 30 years. 2K can go to near 100. An entire next generation of how basketball is in the basketball players. It's only 30 years in Madden. No post-game show, no highlight show, no highlight recaps involving Jonathan Coachman or anybody else from EA Sports or anybody from the NFL Network. No, no halftime recap of games other than literally just reporting the statistics of middle end game games. You can't control. There's no mobility, or you can play other games instead of the other team you're doing in franchise mode. There's no creation over here. They didn't even put custom teams with custom logos or different stadiums. This was literally just a patch. This is a centralized patch. Archetypes over offensive linemen? Oh, really? This is what they're wasting, or this is what they expect us to cost. $60 come open price season, especially when the next generation console's just around the window. Over the holidays here, what's Madden's go-to with this? If it's either that, they better be pushing a new game mode or something. You can't be slapping people in the face with the most notable thing in a football simulator, and that's, of course, simulating how to play in a freaking NFL team. Owning it, playing in it, or coaching it. It's that simple. No customizable plays, no custom teams, no free roaming over games, no highlight recaps. This is shit you saw 15 years ago, and people still suck it up the teeth, because guess what? The game is actually good. People still make gameplays, mods, updates, communities, and forums all over Madden 4, 5, and 8, or at least 12. They even do NFL 2K 5. This was a patch. This was not a new franchise mode. All this, the form going to look the same, and you're still going to be looking at your fat ass coach while you're noticing, oh, they put additional X factor. Oh, as expected, of course they have the extended season, extended wildcard games. That's all they did. All they did was bump it up over to 3 for playoff tickets. That was literally the reason. And guess what? Madden got to do the same thing because they're a goddamn simulator. if you're actually excited for this, you're either retarded or it's your first time owning a football game over launching like several like decades. I don't understand this. You already see opening reports. Even if you look at the leak of the franchise mode, all you see is just people absolutely just demolished in faith over the course of this title, of the core reason why football fans play a football game so they can feel immersed in how the NFL is actually played and they can control their own team, create their own team, expand over it for maybe years or decades, building up so they can make their own dynasty and get so immersed into media. And they don't even go into more media, more highlights, getting into how sports teams or at least behavior players actually play a factor. You know, personality heads like Odell Beckham or Antonio Brown, if he's even going to be signed, play a factor into signing. Future contracts that play in even after the season's done, after their careers are done. No season recaps for recently retired players. I bet they're not even going to actually show you the previous teams that players already signed to. They're still going to be like, they're going to just show their past stats, but we don't know what year or, what team they even played for previously before that. Because somehow 2K have this, but EA doesn't. And they make billions of dollars for every centralized copy, and Ultimate Team comes into play. I don't understand this. This is not an update or an upgrade to franchise mode of last year. This was just a patch. This was just a centralized patch. This has less meat on it than Abby's titties. I swear to God, this was just bad. And people expect us to buy this? What's the real selling point of this other than Snoop Dogg's in the game? No one gives a shit that you have NCAA football team rights to go over your bare bones career mode. Over the same facial structures, and just to get the money to know, we're not gonna, fight for our time to actually get a new college football game out. We're just gonna make this. What in the hell is this? They extended over archetypes to 85. They extended the playoff. They extended the wild card to 3 games. They take it like that's a unique concept. Why not make customizable playoff formats? Team extensions. We can have expansion drafts. We weren't originally 32 teams strong before 2002. Are you serious? We started off 23 teams. Before that, we had the AFL. Do you guys know how expansion franchises or regressive franchises, or how making your own leagues work? Fix the issues with the defensive playbooks and schemes. They're just going to make you update the. They're going to just update the defensive playbook rather than actually make you have some freedom. Or at least buff out the edge rusher being like 99 speed and completely getting through your right tackle, or combo blocking actually meaning a damn thing, or collision detection. They take it like they actually give a crap when it comes to saying that they updated the logic of the players. What logic of the players? It's a dumb. This is minute mistakes that even indie devs making their own independent team access football is more in depth. Maximum football is more in depth because they're trying to give you an inverse experience running your own league and playing an actual football team. Sure, it's a bit choppy and it's a bit indie-rific, and obviously they need a lot more using them if they're willing to actually compete with the big dogs, or at least make themselves a serviceable, different game alternative for Madden NFL. And the biggest alternative still is still going to be freaking NCAA Football 14, or people playing back and doing franchise modes with Madden NFL 12. Or hell, just updating the roster. Cam Newton's now on the Patriots. I bet a lot of people are playing that now. Jesus, I'm just so aggravated. I'm just super aggravated. They don't even make different archetypes for corners. I thought the X Factor was supposed to give more essential ability over the types of players like edge rushers, truckers, uh, pocket passers, scramblers. It's just a stat boost. What was the real equivalency to just make the sim just feel like an archaic bullshit fest? And now you cancerize it even more because I feel like people are not even going to play Madden other than, I mean, franchise mode unless they're a dedicated YouTuber or anything. I have friends of mine that have been playing Madden for a long time since they were a little kid. And now they're even like, I just played the game for like a month and I quit. Like, come on. They didn't bring any regression into training stars, weight room, practice, draft day, combine, Pro Bowl challenges being a thing, having a Pro Bowl weekend, manual Pro Bowler votes, extending the years to at least 50. Something to at least show that they give a shit. Customizable logos and colorways. So you're not stick with having a freaking team in Dublin, Ireland, and London for some apparent reason. Really? You want me to play as as the Oklahoma City Buffaloes again? They still keep the same relocated team since Madden 25. That's a problem. What freedom are you giving to a game called Classic Franchise Mode? What kind of shit is that? This is insulting to anybody that's been playing this game for well over a decade and a half. Or then some back in the 90s. Even they were more in depth than this. I'm just begging. I'm just begging for real. For Madden to actually feel like they're giving a shit about making a real game. I'm just asking. But tell me how you feel about the update here on franchise mode, because this is just insulting, brother. This is just insulting. I don't want to continue looking at this garbage. I don't. But this is what I'm going to be serviced to, and this is going to cost $60. You waste money on the music and the recyclable graphics and the additional LED, even though that's not what the real stadium looks like. And then bring an additional superstar mode that didn't even fix the gameplay. It cancerized it even worse for a game mode nobody even cares about, or even change the factor of the game. Thanks while you put it in a simulator uh, or arcade, it still plays like a goddamn arcade. I don't understand. What was the improvement here? What was the improvement? Tell me how you feel in the comment section below. I would love to hear your opinion. Some guy actually had some agreements from my previous rant over the trailer video I made nearly a week ago, so please comment down below. That's it. Come from the DST Show. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back here to give you content. Yeah, I gotta put that more in my vocab ones.